Ball action. The Wildcats of Weymouth High take on the Presidents of Quincy. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Ducharme. I'll call your play-by-play. The Wildcats coming off two very impressive victories over both Taunton and North Quincy. Tonight, take on a Presidents football team. A lot of people regard it as the team to beat in the OCL, but the Presidents have been struggling in the early part of the season. They come off manhandling from New Bedford. New Bedford beating them 29-0 here at the stadium. As the Presidents a little banged up coming into this game. Sam Brown, their star running back, a little bit nicked up and feeling the pain coming into this one. And we'll see how effective he will be as the Wildcats and the Presidents get ready to square off from Veterans Memorial Stadium. We'll be back for the start of tonight's game in just a moment. On your screen, as you look to the right, is the WJDA broadcast crew of former Weymouth South assistant football coach Tom Fitzgerald and Charlie Ross, who calls the play-by-play, the longtime JDA voices, as they get ready for this contest. As an absolutely perfect evening for football here at the stadium, as Quincy's won the toss and has elected to receive. As Chris McDonald gets ready to approach the football to either Terry Bowman or Kevin Conley, it is going to be Conley at the 10. Conley trying to find the seam on the far sidelines and does. Conley gets tripped up by the kicker, Chris McDonald, and excellent field position for the Presidents at the 46. As they found the seam, but a marker down, back upfield. So this excellent return by Kevin Conley could be wiped out. And the penalty is on the Presidents. As Dan Steele gets the explanation of the call. So the Wildcats will not be put to the task as far as defensively goes with the field position as the Quincy offense. Sam Brown is the key individual for Coach Jack Raymer's football team. As during this 1994 season, 116 carries, 725 yards. For the senior. He is the man as far as Quincy goes. Brown leads the President's attack. Terry Bowman, superb speed as a wide receiver. It's Mark Glynn, the new quarterback as far as the Presidents do go. And it is going to be Bowman on first down, going for about a yard. So Sam Brown apparently is banged up a little more than thought, because Sam does not start the game at tailback in the Wildcat defense for the past couple of weeks as far as playing the run. You can't do much better than this Wildcat defense, holding Shawnee a week ago to 22 yards. Taunton offensively could only get 10 total yards against them. 2nd and 9 as Bowman only able to gain a yard on the play. Bowman again. He's got excellent speed trying to get to the outside. Michael Scott won't let him. Michael Scott just came up from his cornerback position and made the play on Terry Bowman as he tried to turn the corner, and Terry could not. And Bowman is probably Quincy's most versatile athlete. As a freshman, he was their starting quarterback on the freshman team. Played wide receiver a year ago. Was supposed to be moved to quarterback this year. But Mark Glynn ended up being the quarterback. Bowman had banged up his knee. Bowman now healthy. 3rd and 9. And Glynn, who has passed for 60% with a dump off and a completed pass out to the 31-yard line and a first down to Bill Dunn, who was the blocking back, as Dunn just shifted to the flat and made the reception. So 2 running plays do not net much, but a little swing out of the backfield to Dunn does get a first down as Bowman on the toss pitch. Wildcats come up to meet it very nicely. As a group of white shirts just were up there to pursue. As 67 Josh Fillmore with the tackle. The Wildcats came streaming up and made the play as Bowman loses a yard. And now a timeout on the field as we have 7:35 to go in the first period, scoreless. Guard Chris Harvey and tight end Bobby Wilhelm waiting their chance for their first series on offense. It's apparently a situation remedied as far as what was the matter on the field as Bowman straight ahead. And Bowman bunched up by the middle of the Weymouth defensive line. Jason Keenan, along with linebacker Dan Steele, bunched it up. And defensive end Brian Kelly in there as well. 3rd and 9 situation. You can see the difference. If you can remember a year ago what Sam Brown meant, going between the tackles, and you're talking about an individual at 6 foot and 230. And Terry Bowman at 155. Bowman will give you the tremendous speed on the corner, but Brown just gives you in between the tackles. It's Mike Sheffer finally sets up where he should be as far as this formation goes on 3rd and 9. Bowman, who can't throw the ball. Bowman throwing deep downfield. Sheffer, the intended receiver. Patrick O'Toole was right there and had the coverage, and it is 4th down. So 1 first down for the Presidents on their first possession. As the Presidents, Tom Clark to kick. And Ailey Pierce awaiting the kick, along with Chris McDonald. And not a good kick for Clark. You get it off the side of his foot, and the Wildcat offense, they will benefit from the excellent field position. As the Wildcat offense, tailback Jim Gagnon, 119 yards against North Quincy. His all-around efforts earned him Boston Globe Defensive Player of the Week. You could not give it to him as far as the offense went, as far as things go in Division I in the Boston Globe. That went to a guy named Peter Harris of Brockton. And if you did not hear about that, Harris, over 400 yards rushing against Severian. So the Wildcats in Quincy territory at the 48. And it is going to be Gagnon pushing down to the 40. As the middle of the offensive line just opened up the hole, center Greg Yanovich and guards Chris Harvey. And Casey Antonovich just opened up a very nice hole for Gagnon for a 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4 as the Quincy defense. Dunn, Anderson, and Bennett, the 3 linebackers, are the key to Coach Jack Raymer's defense. The Presidents love to stunt and come off the corners and make things happen, as on 2nd down and 4 from the 41-yard line. Gagnon trying to bounce it outside. Jimmy Cannot. As one of those as Greg Santoro grabbed Gagnon before he could ever break it outside. Gagnon got away from the first hit, but could not break it outside as Santoro with the tackle. As Greg, from a safety position, came up and filled very nicely. 3rd down, and now the Wildcats will need 5 for the first down. Milligan the lone back. Draw play, Milligan. Bryan gets lassoed from behind. Excellent play by Mike Flagg from the defensive end position. As Flagg just grabbed Milligan. Milligan looked like he had the hole there for himself. As he took the step, he was pulled down from behind. And a 2-yard gain for Brian Milligan. 4th down. So the Wildcats on their first possession get a good run on 1st down, but are unable to go much farther as Jimmy Gagnon, who's hitting it at 37 yards per punt. As Bowman and Santoro await the kick. This is a punt that Gagnon would like to put out. And he got a break because Bowman made the reception at the 8. Bowman did not let it go. As the Wildcats trying to hold Quincy up inside their own 10-yard line. 4:15 to go, opening period of play, and no score. Weymouth on Quincy as the longtime rivals squaring off. Benny Ells, Weymouth statistician, had a little bit of incentive for the troops this week. As Santoro on the wing back reverse is just into a sea of white. Colin Murphy, Danny Steele were the first two people to make contact with Santoro. Second down and 9.
He might be a good key for us. He's a left guard.
Well, Benny Els had put up on the board prior to the week was the fact of the series, and Benny just considers it Weymouth when Weymouth was Weymouth High and Quincy. And he put it up on the board, the season, the series between these two schools, and what the record is. Bowman on the pitch. Bowman trying to get outside, and from behind it is going to be Danny Steele. Or check it, Sean DeWitt bringing him down. Bowman looked like he had the corner turn, but Sean DeWitt from the backside hustled over and made the tackle. Third down. And 5 to go as Bowman gets it out to the 12. Now for the Wildcats, a situation where they would like to put the stop here. If you can put the stop here, and Tom Clark's first kick was not exactly one that he wanted to remember. The Wildcats could have even better field position than they did the first time. And second effort, out to about the 16-yard line, and he will be short as Kevin Conley. The Wildcat defense did the job. And stopping Quincy, they're short by about a yard. It'll be fourth down. And Tom Clark did not get off a good kick the first time. An 18-yarder the first time. This time it's a high kick. McDonald fields it. McDonald gets a block from Pierce and cuts it up nicely to the 34. As soon as McDonald got it, Ely Pierce threw a good block, enabling Chris McDonald to get a 9-yard return. So the Wildcats starting at the Quincy 48 and now the Quincy 34. As we have no score here in this first period, Mark Ducharme with you, 2:40 to go, opening period of play. As the Wildcats and the Presidents from Veterans Memorial Stadium. Quill takes the snap. Ryan punches out about 4, and let's see if there was a lot of movement. And just going to be second down, no flag. Situation. Quincy line move came in the neutral zone. And saying that the Quincy defensive line got back. Quill doing the smart thing. And center Greg Yanovich taking the snap quickly. Ryan getting 3 on the play. Quill's first pass, he eludes the pressure, but can't, well, he's going to get away from the pressure. Ryan took what would have been a tremendous loss back to about the 44 and gets it down to about the 39 as Quill got away from Mike Feely. Feely came in and was on top of Quill, and Quill was able to get away from him and cut it back upfield. It's still a big loss. Loss of 8 instead of about a loss of about 15. Third down. The Wildcats will need 15. Quill airing it deep downfield, and he had his man Chris McDonald. Just a little too much lead for the wide receiver who was open. And it'll be fourth down. The play was there, but Quill and McDonald just could not team up. In a 4th and 15 situation. And the Wildcats, personnel-wise, as they are running out of time. 4th and 15. Quill firing it deep downfield. McDonald couldn't catch up to it. Chris was open again, and Ryan Quill just a little too much on it. And the Presidents hold on.
Number 88 has Big Ten impression.
Plays have been there. The Wildcats just wanted to get on the board. They took the gamble and were unable to get the touchdown as Glenn is not getting away from Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly from his left defensive end position just came in on quarterback Mark Glenn and would not let him go. If you're wondering why 4th and 15, Wildcats elected to go for it and not punt. And with 2 reasons. Play was open on 4th down, chance was there, and second part is the way the Wildcat defense has started off this game. Coach Ross DeTora has a lot of confidence in them, the way they have played. Glenn drop, Bowman in trouble. Bowman drop, Casey Antonovich right there along with Josh Fillmore. Casey just came right through the middle and made the grab on Terry Bowman. And the first quarter will come to an end on that play. Wildcats have hit the field position, but nothing to show for it as far as the scoreboard goes. Weymouth and Quincy, no score after 1. Has played outstanding football. So on the first 2 plays of this possession, Brian Kelly with a sack of Mark Glenn, and then Terry Bowman losing 5 on the draw play. Casey Antonovich read it perfectly. And the Wildcat defense having the Presidents in a 3rd and 22 situation. We are scoreless, however. Weymouth and Quincy, the Wildcats had some good field position. They would like to take advantage of it. So Rick Nunez in motion. Glenn, Bowman on the handoff. And Bowman is going to see a bunch of white shirts, led by strong safety Eddie Farrell and cornerback Michael Scott. The 2 just came up, and from the backside it was Brian Kelly from his defensive end position. They were all over Terry Bowman before he could get going. A yard gain for Bowman. President Sam Brown a little bit banged up. And apparently a lot more banged up than thought. It's Tom Clark's 3rd punt. Clark getting a high kick. Chris McDonald could not get away from the excellent coverage of 88, Mike Flagg, as he just came down. McDonald trying to spin away from him and could not. And Flagg with the tackle at the 39-yard line. So the Wildcats have started twice in Quincy territory and now will start in their own side of the 50. No score, Weymouth and Quincy. Gagnon can't get away from Feely. Mike Feely just grabbed him and pulled him down. That's the Quincy defensive end, 6'2", 235. Showed his excellent strength right there, and he just grabbed Gagnon like he was a rag doll and just dumped him. Jimmy loses a couple of yards in the play, 2nd down and 12. Quill, complete, McDonald. Chris, run out of bounds at about the 41-yard line by Terry Bowman. It's McDonald Getting back some of the yardage that was lost by Jimmy Gagnon. Add about 3 more. 3rd and 7 coming up. One thing about that pass for Ryan Quill, the quick pass right there. Quill missed with his first 2, able to get a little confidence. Getting that first completion. Gagnon on the toss pitch. Gagnon couldn't turn the corner. Greg Santoro filled very nicely along with Mike Feely. The 2 just came up and strung the play out, and Gagnon and a Wildcat shaken up, and it apparently is Jimmy Gagnon as we take a break. Jimmy Gagnon shaken up. Jamie Barrett will have to punt. So look at Quincy coach, Jack Raymer. Jamie Barrett having the kick and looking down the sidelines with Jimmy Gagnon. And now, I don't know what the foul-up was with the clock, but Jamie Barrett fumbles the snap. Jamie Barrett in a heap of trouble, going down, and Quincy's Kevin Conley will end up with a football. Presidents will get it at the Wildcat 18-yard line. The snap was there to Barrett. He just did not hang on to it. And Jamie, who is a sure-handed individual, just didn't hang on to the football, and the Wildcats defense will be put to their first test of the evening. Trying to find out what is the matter with Jimmy Gagnon. Went down right near a yard marker. And Sam Brown in the lineup. Gets the handoff and slips and falls. Joe Curran went by him. Get just a piece of him going by, but no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. .730 clock ticking here at Veterans Stadium. And the Presidents with a threat. Brown again. DeWitt from behind. Holds him. Steele from the front. Along with Fillmore and Keenan. Slow him down. 3rd and 9. Apparently, shoulder injury to Jimmy Gagnon. Off-camera view, I'm looking down and trying to weigh Masters. Working on the shoulder of Jimmy Gagnon. Big part of this Wildcat football team. Glenn fumbles the snap, just throws it out, and he was just hoping for somebody to be there, and Mike Sheffer might have been open for just a moment, but that play was busted up from the beginning when Glenn couldn't hang on to the snap. 4th and 9. But for Jimmy Gagnon, even just to sit out a play because of injury, it is a rarity because he is one tough individual. Fourth and 9. Brown in motion. Glenn with time runs out of it, throws to the end zone, tipped away. Patrick O'Toole and Eddie Farrell on the coverage as he tried to hit Mike Sheffer, and the pass is incomplete as the 2 put on excellent coverage and good pressure from the Wildcat defensive line. So the Wildcats on the fumbled snap able to come up with the play with the defense holding on. So it's 6:30 to go here in the first half. Wildcat offense put in a very tough situation. Their leading rusher on the sideline. Dan Steele and Jeff Zella, the backfield, behind Ryan Quill. Zella had the hole. And he just slipped going through that hole. Jeff crossing the 20 to the 21 for 2. Second and 8. Just looking down on Jimmy Gagnon. Quincy team doctor has come across. It is a big loss for the Wildcats. Quill, drop play Milligan. Bryan rumbles out, close to a first down. As Bryan getting it out to the 27-yard line, as that is where they will spot it, 3rd and 1. John Lydon, who himself is a little bit banged up. So the first 2 tailbacks for the Wildcats right now, a little bit banged up at this point of the season, and it's not unusual. 3rd and 1. Danny Steele couldn't get moving straight ahead. Big number 70, Matt Gogan, was able to corral him, and the Wildcats do not get the first down on 3rd and 1. And Chris McDonald will be handling the punting. Chris was slated to be the Wildcat kicker before the season, and an appendectomy put him out. It's McDonald. Hits it on the line. Santoro. 50. Santoro. With a marker down to the 37 of Weymouth. As soon as he was going down, a marker gets thrown right in the middle of the fray. And a face mask on the Wildcats. And right now they're playing with their backs against the wall after the start. As soon as Jimmy Gagnon got banged up. And good news, I don't know if it is good news. I was going to say Jimmy's putting back on his shirt, but he is not putting on the pad, so Gagnon could have the evening done for him. You're talking about an individual coming into this game. Jimmy averaging 6.5 yards per carry. Presidents, once again, good field position. Sam Brown backs his way across the 20 to about the 18. Brian Milligan with the tackle. For the Wildcats, with 3:54 to go here in this first half, they want to hold on. They want to be able to stay even. It's the fullback. Bill Dunn gets a couple. Sets up 3rd and about 4 at the 16. .320 to go. First half of play. We're scoreless. Weymouth on Quincy. From Veterans Stadium. Sean with you. And the Wildcats. Defense put to the task here. 3rd down and 4. Toss pitch, it is Brown. Wildcats string it out, but Brown, who's got the great speed and size, dances in. Sam Brown on the toss pitch. 16-yard touchdown run, putting Quincy on top. So the Presidents go 22 yards on 3 plays. And Tom Clark looks to add the extra point. And it is blocked. 2:53 to go in the first half, 6-0 in favor of the Presidents. 3 plays, 22 yards, and the Presidents are on top as Clark with the kickoff. Pierce takes it at his 12. Ely ships back, and Ely, trying to find the seam, gets punched down at about the 30-yard line. It's Greg Santoro with the tackle. And for the Wildcats, it has been a tough first half for them offensively. And the top running back being banged up, not in pads. It makes it very difficult, and it changes the offense around. Brian Milligan gets about 2. Wildcats like to get some good yardage. If they cannot get the first down, take some time off the clock, because they do have the choice to begin the second half. Presidents show blitz, and somebody sent it Greg Yanovich, and Quill gets dumped in the process. Let's see who it is on. Quincy came across. Procedure on the Wildcats. And offsetting penalties. They're going to say the Wildcats, what they did was draw her off Quincy. So it sets up a situation, 2nd and 8. From the 31-yard line, 6-0 Quincy. Johnny Lydon crosses the 35 to about the 36. It was Bill Dunn with the tackle. Weymouth will need 4 on 3rd down. Wildcats have been close as far as getting first downs here in this first half, and just haven't been able to. In fact, it should be pointed out, Quincy's only got 2 first downs themselves. Second one on the touchdown run by Sam Brown. 3rd down. Quill overthrew his intended receiver, Chris McDonald. Terry Bowman went to go after Chris McDonald, but Ryan Quill overthrew both of them. And it'll be 4th down, so the Wildcats with 1:01 to go here in the first half will have to kick the football away. McDonald has trouble with the snap. Still able to get the football away. And the ball will be touched as it goes out of bounds at the Quincy 37-yard line. Now the Wildcats, 52 seconds to go. Want to be able to hang on here and go into the locker room the way the game is right now, 6-0. They trail, because they will get the choice to begin the second half. Quincy taking advantage of field position. Last 2 times they have started. The Weymouth 19 and the Quincy, well, the Weymouth 22. Those are the last 2 times that the Presidents, as Glenn looking deep, wide open is Sheffer, and he's got it. dropped at the 20 by Mike Scott. Michael Scott caught up to Mike Sheffer, and Quincy in great field position with 41 seconds left. The Weymouth 20. Timeout Quincy. Trainer Wayne Masters looking at Jimmy Gagnon. Jimmy just sitting the normal athlete's pose, and after getting banged up such as Jimmy did, he's just frustrated that he cannot be in there right now. Glenn looking to run. Glenn pushed out by Eddie Farrell at about the 17. Weymouth came up, played the corner well, and it'll be second down and 8. Glenn able to complete that long pass, setting up the situation to Mike Sheffer. Sheffer able to beat his opposition downfield. Sheffer. Confusion! And Sean DeWitt creating that confusion. Quincy will take a timeout with 25 seconds left. That's Sean DeWitt with a big defensive play. For head coach Ross Tatora, it's a situation where his defense hoping to come up big again on third down. And 15. From the 25-yard line is Bowman in motion. Complete over the middle to Santoro, dropped at about the 15-yard line by Adida. And timeout Quincy with 18 seconds left. Fourth down and 6. And the Presidents, with 18 seconds to go here in the first half, are going to go for it. Glenn off play action. Looking for the corner. Bowman got his hands on it. Farrell in coverage. Bowman, however, got his hands on it, and the Wildcats hang on, as it will stay 6-0. Look for the Wildcats just to put the knee down, end the half, and be happy where they are. Leiden burrows for about 6-7 yards on the play. It's 2 seconds to go. And that will be the first half. Quincy Sam Brown capped off a 22-yard drive, and that's the only points of the first half. 6-0 Quincy after one half of play. Second half coming up here in Dimension 23. Stick with us. Don't go away. Where Quincy leads Weymouth High 6-0. Mark Ducharme with you as the Presidents taking advantage of field position, going 22 yards. Sam Brown going the final 16 to put them on top by the score of 6-0. It's Tom Clark gets set to kick off for the Presidents as they seemingly things going their way. And we'll talk about it in a moment as Ely Pierce stumbles but gets the football at the 18, and Ely just could not find the opening to get to the far sidelines as Peter Coulson brought him down. As Pierce tried to go to where the wall was on the far side of the field, and Ely was kept down by Coulson. So the Wildcats will have it. Not the best field position. They started off the game with excellent field position, but it just seemed after Jimmy Gagnon went down, banging up his shoulder, and he is out for the rest of the game. And almost like the Wildcats had the pin put in their balloon, so to speak. But see if they are able to adjust from halftime and get something going, as it is going to be John Leiden going nowhere. Defensive end Mike Flagg just beat his block and grabbed Leiden before he could ever get going. Second and 11 coming up. His first possession, important for the Wildcats. Quincy came into the game. Sam Brown a little bit banged up. He did not start as their ace tailback came in when Quincy kept the good field position. He was able to get the only points of this game. Quill, pressure from Feely, screen pass Leiden, Antonovich with the block. Leiden to the sidelines, Johnny, 50, cuts it back nicely. Johnny Leiden trying to run away from Mike Feely. Touchdown! Johnny Leiden on the screen pass takes it the distance. 81 yards. He got the block as soon as he caught it from Casey Antonovich, took off up the sidelines, and he put on a great move at about midfield, and he just was gone. And the Wildcat reserve tailback, who has been banged up himself, makes a big play, and Chris McDonald will try to give Weymouth the lead. Michael Scott the hold. Weymouth 7, Quincy 6, as the Wildcats come out with a big play to start the second half. Johnny Leiden bringing the Weymouth fans to their feet. 2 plays on the drive, and Leiden taking care of all of it. Chris McDonald spins one the way of Kevin Conley, and Kevin Conley gets it out to the 34. And so Wildcats cover well on that kick. And a marker down on the play. Tell you, talk about losing concentration for a moment. Face mask on Weymouth. As the Wildcats would be hit with a major penalty. Personal foul face mask. And Coach Ross DeTora had explained to him. Just for a second, kidding around. In fact, I forgot for a minute on the number. I apologize for it. It's just concentration as Sam Brown is greeted by Brian Kelly, along with Sean DeWitt. The two just came in to Sam Brown as he just got the handoff. No gain, second down. Now for the Wildcat defense, a stop here becomes pretty big to keep that momentum established that they just got. 7-6 Weymouth as they take the lead on a executed screen pass to Johnny Leiden, 81 yards. And Leiden with a sensational move with some sensational blocks. Glenn, pressure. Glenn off balance, complete, done, pushed out immediately by Dan Steele, who had coverage on the Quincy fullback. But the Wildcats putting the pressure from 63 defensive end Colin Murphy. Third. And it'll be 11. $7:56 to go, third period, and Weymouth taking the lead. Brown in motion. Glenn, pressure for Brian Kelly. Dan Steele gets a piece of him. Glenn just dumps it off, and incomplete, intended for Mark Sheffer. Terry Bowman upset. But the fact of the matter is, the Wildcat pressure right away. Brian Kelly just came in, along with Dan Steele, and the two were just all over Mark Glenn before he could ever throw the football. Fourth down for the Wildcats, or for the Presidents. Get caught up in the emotion here. cheerlead for just a second instead of broadcast the game as Tom Clark the punt. Clark with some good pressure, but able to get it off, and he hits the yard marker, the 20-yard line. And the Wildcats will have the football, not the best field position once again. Their first possession of the second half, one big play. Tell you, this fall has been a lot of fun. Between Weymouth High football, boys soccer, girls soccer, we've had a blast. Some of the games this fall. Danny Steele gives the Wildcats a little bit of breathing room going off his right side as Bill Dunn is able to bring him down after about a 5-yard gain. Five tough yards for Danny Steele. And the Wildcats shaken up. Offensive tackle Ronnie Colin. Apparently dinged, and maybe situation, if there is blood, it has to be cleared off. Bob Brigham replaces him at right tackle. Second and 4. Toss pitch it is Leiden. Looking to turn the corner. Gets ahead of Steve. Johnny cuts it up for the first down to about the 44. Oh, Johnny Leiden. He had been banged up during the week. Had a couple of days where he missed practice because of a shoulder injury. And Johnny Leiden here in the second half making things happen. The senior tri-captain gets the congratulations from his teammates as the Wildcats, running the student body to perfection, get 18 yards on that run by John Leiden. From the 46-yard line, first down. It is Quill. Quick out, Ely Pierce. 1-on-1 with Terry Bowman. Couldn't shake Bowman. Bowman stayed with him. Pierce with a reception. And that is close to a first down. As the Wildcats talk about a play swinging everything around right now, is that pass reception on the screen to Johnny Leiden. And just the momentum shift is really in evidence right here, because the Wildcats are able to do things that they want to be able to do. Johnny Leiden straight through. Johnny Leiden down to the President 24 and a first down. Johnny Leiden on the quick hitter. He just exploded through, and Patrick O'Toole gives him a hug. Congratulating his teammate. And all of a sudden, it is the Wildcats making things happen. They're at the President 23 as the middle of the offensive line just exploded and opened the hole for Leiden. Danny Steele. Danny Steele just burrows his way to the 20. Danny. Grabbed by 75, John Moss. 6'2", 75. Believe me, a lot of these presidents, when you go by them, as far as size goes, you go yes sir, no sir. A lot of 240, 250, and 270 pound kids that make life not easy. The Weymouth offensive line right now is feeling like that they can do anything. Leiden waits, looks for the block. Leiden gets it and cuts it upfield with a marker down, and that could hurt. It could be on Weymouth. It's in the situation where a hold. Leiden waited very nicely.
How did he get a hold? Find out what number.
Weymouth coaches to my right. Barassa and Chris Gelanis want to know who held.
If it was on the end.
Tight end. Said tight end.
Because the end cut him.
Just said tight end.
The Wildcats.
How did he get a hold on that? He cut him.
Just said.
Big run will be taken back. A situation, I'll tell you. Over the years, Quincy and Weymouth, talking about penalties, and when you have a game between these two teams, it's always been physical, and both teams getting a lot of penalties because it's just two neighbors just going at it, banging and smacking one another. Oh, for the Wildcats, they have had all the penalties in this one. As Quill the throw. Quill, incomplete intended for tight end Bobby Wilhelm.
He's gonna catch that ball.
Wilhelm had his hand on the football. Quill put it there, and Bobby just didn't hang on. Third down. And 2 down territory for the Wildcats. The President 28. You know, situation, too, getting as much as they can and changing the field position is going to be key, but the Wildcats want the points. Keep the momentum going. 3rd down and 17. Quill off play action. Pressure. Ryan won't get it away. Mike Feely. Mike Flagg, the defensive end, who's had an outstanding game, in, as well as the other defensive end, Mike Feely. Those two have been in on Ryan Quill throughout this game. As Flagg and Feely, the two defensive ends for the Presidents, have played outstanding football. And the Wildcats will have to kick the ball away, but still a possession where they have got to feel good. They were able to move it. The holding penalty is the killer. And Chris McDonald would like to get an excellent punt inside the 20. Had it partially deflected, but gets the roll. Pat O'Toole puts his hands on it right where he wants it, at about the 20-yard line. 4 minutes, 2 seconds to go, 3rd period, and the Wildcats on top. The Wildcats gaining the field position back. They are going to want to make the Presidents throw the football. That has been the key. They want to make Quincy throw the football. Mark Glynn coming into this game in the 5 games, averaged 6 passes per game. Toss pitcher to Sam Brown. Getting ahead of steam. Brian Kelly strung the play out, and Kelly tried to take the football out of his hands when the Wildcats were trying to put him down. Josh Fillmore, Danny Steele, and company were putting him down, and Brian Kelly, seeing that his teammates had him all wrapped up, alertly tried to steal the football. And the thing is, Brian never got his hands on the football, was able to pry it loose, which is not easy from Sam Brown's good-sized arms and hands. He can walk into the end zone. 2nd down and 10. It is Brown again. Wildcats bunching up the middle. Doing the job was defensive tackle Josh Fillmore, along with defensive end Colin Murphy. 3rd down and 9. The Wildcats have had the good rush on Mark Glynn. Brown on the toss pitch, double reverse at Scheffler. Trying to get to the outside. Scheffler tripped up Colin Murphy. Colin Murphy had tripped him up enough, and Scheffler just lost his balance, and it is 4th down. Colin Murphy got his hands on him. Didn't get much as far as getting a piece of the Quincy wide receiver, not Sheffer, but just got enough to slow him down. As the President's going to the bag of tricks with the halfback option and the double reverse here tonight. And Tom Clark the punt, and Pierce and McDonald away. Almost blocked. And the Wildcats pull away as the ball is down right at the 45. Boy, I'll tell you, Mark Eliason and Sean DeWitt came both up the middle, and they were close to blocking the punt. First down, Weymouth. We began the game this way with the Wildcats getting some chances. They weren't able to cash in. Now getting that screen pass for the touchdown, it has changed things around. Quill airing it deep downfield. Pierce couldn't hang on, and Ely knew it. Ely knew he had 6. And the Wildcat sideline goes, oh, what if? Ely, who is an excellent receiver, it's just one of those things. Johnny Lydon gets about 3. It sets up a 3rd and 7. But the play was there for the Wildcats, and Ely Pierce had an excellent pass. The run under just could not hang on. If he did, the Wildcats in a good position as far as going into the 4th quarter, and that's 1 minute and 5 seconds away. Again, it is going to be Lydon crossing the 40 and down to about the 37. He is close. 4th down and about 1. And now the great question, the Wildcats putting the defense in an even nicer situation. That is the thinking here. In the line, the Presidents do have a tremendous size advantage. McDonald, line drive kick taken by Conley. Stood up by Keenan. Run out of bounds by Keenan, along with Lydon at the 24. At 17 seconds to go, 3rd period, 7-6 Weymouth. The Wildcats with the only touchdown here in the 2nd half. Glenn zips one over the middle, almost intercepted. Gurav Adida had it in his hands, couldn't hang on. 2nd and 10. 12 seconds to go here, 3rd quarter. And movement in the Quincy line, and it is going to cost the Presidents. First penalty on Quincy this evening. Procedure on the Presidents, 2nd and 15 coming up. Brown on the draw. Brown held up, brought down. Jason Keenan along with Josh Fillmore make the play as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. The Wildcats get the touchdown by Johnny Lydon, point after by Chris McDonald, and lead 7-6 after 3 quarters. Wildcat cheerleaders imploring on the team as Weymouth 7, Quincy 6 as we get ready for the final quarter of play. Mark Ducharme with you here from Veterans Memorial Stadium. This has been a very, very tough football game. Quincy faced with a 3rd and 17. Glenn pressure, deep downfield. Defensive play by the Wildcats. Gurav Adida as he is tangled up with Mike Sheffer. And Gurov a little bit shaken up. They're going to go check on Gurov Aditov. He got tangled up with Sheffer. 7-6 Weymouth. We just started period number 4. Tom Clark to punt for Quincy. Tell you our broadcast location. We're in with the Weymouth coaches. It's almost like you feel like you're in the steel cage here at Veterans Stadium. It used to be a beautiful booth, but now they had to change things around, and we're here in the steel cage. And the Presidents get their hands on the football. Chris McDonald didn't hang on. Quincy will get it at the Weymouth 41. Mike Flagg ending up with it. And the turnover. In a position where the Presidents, gotta love it. Weymouth territory, the 41. Chris McDonald just couldn't hang on to it. Flagg was fortunate in one aspect in celebrating. He didn't get the ball punched away from him. From the 41-yard line. Sam Brown punches out 5. Josh Fillmore grabbed him, along with defensive end Brian Kelly. As Sam Brown, besides the touchdown run, that is his best run of the ball game. Other than that, the Wildcats know where number 3 is. In the locker room, they had posted up the Patriot Ledger article from last year, talking about how Brown ran wild on the Wildcats. Brown again, held up by 3 Weymouth players. It takes about that many people to slow him down. Dan Steele, Brian Kelly, all there, along with Casey Antonovich. 3rd and 2.5 to go. 8 minutes, 38 seconds. Clock just ticking away here at the stadium. 7-6 Weymouth. Hang on, folks. We're going to have a wild one here. Fullback, Bill Dunn, nowhere. Dan Steele read it like an open book and then just closed it. He was an impressed 4th down and a couple. And the question becomes for Jack Raymer, and I think it's academic. They'll go for it on 4th and about 2.5 yards. Presidents feeling with their size and their offensive line that they're able to move the football. Toss pitch it is Brown. Barreling through, gets the 1st down and almost breaking it for a great deal more. Jason Keenan got Brown by the shoe tops and prevented him from going. At the 29. 1st down Quincy with 7:35 to go. For the Wildcats. They would like to put Quincy 2nd and long. Make them work. Brown trying to get the head of steam. Colin Murphy held on and then gets some support from Michael Scott. That was a 3-yard gain for Sam Brown. 2nd down as we go under 7 minutes. You look at the Quincy statistics coming into this game. Very simple. Sam Brown, 116 as far as the number of carries go. Bill Dunn next with 19. Glenn. Intercepted, Pat O'Toole. He could go. Patrick O'Toole read it and picked it off and brought it to the 45.
Sheffer was the intended receiver, but Glenn just threw it, and Patrick O'Toole was there. 6:26 left, and the Wildcats will have their hands on the football at their own 46, and they come up with a big play. I'll tell you, this season, as far as this ball club goes, there have been some unbelievable ball games. Johnny Lydon gets about 3. Flag with the tackle. He has played a monstrous ball game. Quincy defensive ends have made things happen out there. Some good news is in the Wildcats scheme of things. And that Ronnie Cullen back in the lineup. He's okay. Apparently it looked like it was blood in Adida. We probably have noticed. And now the Wildcats will spend the time out of confusion what they want to do. 5:52 left. Patrick O'Toole's interception has given Weymouth back the ball. Quincy High band playing during the timeout. Brian Milligan and Johnny Lydon get ready for the second down and 7 play. Scott in motion. Lydon heading that way. Lydon gets to midfield and just in the Quincy territory, and a little talking with Greg Santoro after the play. A 3rd and 5 situation. First half belonged to the defenses. Quincy took advantage of field position, get on the board. Sam Brown, 16-yard touchdown run, but the Wildcats, first possession of the second half, a screen to Johnny Lydon, and it was good for an 81-yard touchdown. And a terrific move and some terrific blocks as Quill over the middle.
Kick that ball!
And Matt Tierney had it in his hands and had first down yardage and a great deal more. Ryan Quill has put some excellent passes out there this evening and has been unfortunate as far as the final result goes. He's had a couple dropped. Chris McDonald the punt. McDonald drives it out. Here is Terry Bowman. Bowman. Farrell there along with Murphy. They bring him down. The coverage was there for the Wildcats as they grab him at the 24. 4:54 left. What has been a Rolaids ulcer type ball game. It's Chris McDonald doing the job, but the coverage was absolutely what you wanted. Sam Brown fumbles the football. Weymouth says they got it. Now the question, they do. Senior tri-captain Dan Steele. I don't know, are we having fun yet? This is a game of really just ebb and flow. And any cliche you want, because it has been some of the wackiest situations as Johnny Lydon gets about a couple of yards. I mean, wacky in the aspect that every time you think that one team is going to make something happen and break loose in this game, they shoot themselves in the foot.
Leiden with a yard gain, 2nd and 9. Now the Wildcats kill as much of the 4:15 in time just ticking away left. 7-6 Weymouth. Leiden on the toss pitch. Greeted. 3 presidents were there to make sure that Johnny never ever turned the corner. Led by 32 linebacker Ed Anderson, who made an outstanding play. He just got in the middle of the play and just cut down Johnny Leiden. And with it, Quincy with a timeout with 3:59 left. 7-6 Weymouth. Statistician Ben Ells, who you see on your screen to your right, he put up a piece of paper in the locker room describing the Weymouth-Quincy series and the fact that Quincy leads in the series. Pierce with the reception, trying to make the move upfield and get the first down. Ely goes out of bounds. Santoro running him out, but Ely with the reception. And 4th down, and about 5. 3:53 left. The Wildcats get the first down and keep their hands on the football. They can really take a huge step in pulling this one out. Quill on the roll. Quill trying to dive for the first down. Ryan, and let's see where they put him. Ryan made a great effort. No matter what, the down marker is correct. Quincy will get the football. Quill will come up about a yard short. Ryan made an excellent effort. He almost turned the corner, but with 3:46 left, Quincy is held. .346 left. 7-6 Weymouth. Glenn slips, falls, throws, incomplete, intended for Bowman. The flip over the middle. Bowman had his hands on it and couldn't hang on. 2nd down. 3:42 left. The Wildcats want Quincy to have to throw the football. Sam Brown, one of the more imposing tailbacks you ever want to be around. Glenn, pressure, screen for Brown. Brown just getting his hands on it. Sam Brown getting it out to about the 36-yard line and a first down. And when they set the change, Brown, who was in bounds, they should be starting the clock, which they do. One way to slow down the Wildcat rush, which at times has been tough. And now Dan Steele says we need a timeout. 3:23 left. Wildcats with a 1-point lead. Weymouth High coach Ross Tatora, who is a long-distance runner. He's putting in a lot of miles in the sideline tonight. From the 36, 1st and 10. Bowman in motion. Brown stood up, held up. Keenan with the tackle. Jason Keenan just held him up after a 2-yard gain. And the clock keeps going, 2nd and 8. Three minutes to go. Weymouth 7, Quincy 6. Brown in motion. Glenn zips one. Not held on to. Sheffer, the intended receiver. Patrick O'Toole closed quickly and got a piece of Sheffer as he get his hands on the football on the slant. 3rd and 8. .241 left.
Get beat deep.
Glenn, pressure. Glenn, held by Fillmore, throws the ball away. And they're going to call an intentional grounding on Quincy. The pressure from defensive tackle Josh Fillmore, the sophomore, was in on top of Mark Glenn.
Lost it down. Is that lost it down, coach? Keep going. No, they're not going to call it a potential grounding because number 41 was right across there. Well, he threw the flag. What else could it be?
Intentional grounding. We had a debate up here. You can hear in the background whether they would throw the flag. But Josh Fillmore with the pressure, and Quincy, 4th down.
Come on now.
From their own 22-yard line, they will need 24. .235 left in the ball game. Timeout. Weymouth. 7-6 Weymouth. Wildcats looking for victory number 4. Tom Clark to punt.
Offside.
He rides it out. O'Toole gets away from it as it goes out of bounds at the 38. Weymouth will have the football. 2:28 left.
Offside by 3 feet.
And they're up by 1.
You know what they're doing, guys?
People are listening to this game on this particular night on WJDA. Back in Weymouth must be enjoying it. Charlie Ross, Tom Fitzgerald calling the play. From their own 38-yard line, Weymouth with a 1st down. Leiden gets the opening. Leiden crosses the 45 to the 46, and that is 8 yards. And if the Wildcats, as Quincy spends a timeout, can get the 1st down, they can wrap it up. 2nd down and about 3 for the Wildcats. 2:20 left, 7-6 they lead. And again, it is going to be the tailback, Johnny Leiden. 1st down at midfield. Johnny Leiden has played an outstanding football game here tonight. And the clock just starts ticking. 2:09, 2:08. And the Wildcats have the ball for 3 more snaps. They just want to hang on. Leiden just getting the handoff in a dangerous situation. And timeout Quincy is John Muss with the tackle, but Leiden almost went past his quarterback. .143 left, 7-6 Weymouth. 2nd and 10. Wildcats with 1:43 left would want to get the 1st down, kill the clock, and end it. Leiden on the toss pitch, gets the block, Leiden to the corner. Johnny Leiden! Run out of bounds, but a big 1st down. Senior tri-captain Johnny Leiden with a tremendous evening. Frustrated because the man of the hour has been senior tri-captain John Leiden. He has come up big for the Wildcats. And again, getting 3 on the play. Timeout, Quincy, 1:29 left. The Wildcats trying to finish off the Presidents. Unofficially from the sidelines, we've been told that the Presidents have 1 timeout left. 2nd and 7, the Wildcats get another first down. Wrap it up. Quill, keeper. Ryan trying to turn the corner. Ryan bumps in to the Presidents. Matt Miller, and he goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. It's Ryan Quill getting some good yardage. He sets up a 3rd down and 1. That better tells you the situation. 1:21 left. Situation with the Wildcat quarterback will spend the timeout. Weymouth, as they weren't sure what they wanted to do. 7-6, they lead. Bridgewater Raynham head football coach Dan Buron, the Wildcats' next opponent. A good-natured jiving between the athletic director of Weymouth High, Bob Donovan, Dan Buron. Halftime, Donovan was kidding him a lot about things. As Quill sneaks. Depending on the spot, Wildcat bench signaling for a first down. And if they get it, you could about wrap it up. It's going to be knee touch time.
Gotta have it.
They're going to measure. Pierce says we got it. With that reaction, Ely was right. 1:18 left.
Take a knee, boys.
And Quincy still has the 1 timeout, so it's the knee touching time. And the Wildcats have come to Veterans Memorial Stadium, and have they ever stepped up big?
He's talking fire. Big fire.
I don't know if you could hear the kidding in the background as the clock starts ticking away. The kidding in the background. There was 1 timeout that was called here, and Weymouth coaches to a right. Offensive coordinator Barry Barrasso was not thrilled about a particular call, and he got all upset. Leiden, the handoff. Johnny straight ahead. Wildcat fans appreciative of the effort that their players have put forth. Quincy spends the timeout. 40 seconds left. The Wildcats about to go 4-2 if they can just hang on to the football. The close formation. Wildcats. Ryan Quill puts his knee down. And it's just a matter of the seconds ticking off. Wildcat fans applaud the effort of this ball club, and it is an outstanding effort. They were told, if you go by the Patriot Ledger predictions for this season, they'd be 1-5. They're going to be 4-2 in just 14, 13, 12. Weymouth High has come up with the victory over Quincy. The pictures speak for itself. Without their leading rusher, Jimmy Gagnon, who went down early, the Wildcats have come to Veterans Memorial Stadium and get the big play from Johnny Leiden. Johnny Leiden, who was outstanding in this game with big play after big play, scored the touchdown in the beginning of the second half on the screen pass. And he put the Wildcats even. Chris McDonald booted the point after. Weymouth High 4-2 on the season. People thought, and I mean yours truly, I even thought things might be tough. But this ball club, no matter what, they're 4-2 on the season. They have knocked off Quincy, a team that just ran them over a year ago, as the Wildcats 7, the President 6. For everybody at Dimension 23, glad you joined us. Good night for Veterans Memorial Stadium as the Wildcats are now 4-2.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Set. Just
Look straight at again. No, just look at that. Johnny, let's go back to the touchdown. Worked. Everything just seemed to click right. Talk about it. That was an unbelievable play.
I don't really remember much. I just remember turning around, catching the ball, and then looking upfield, seeing my line, which made great blocks the whole night. Made great blocks, and then I just ran and downfield a little further was Ely, who made an excellent block, and I just cut off that and ran as fast as I could.
Let's look back at the season. You look before, I mean, it wasn't exactly pretty how everything started. When did this team start putting things together and become the type of team it's been?
Yeah, the team did start off to a rough start, but once the season got started, we realized we had to put it together. You know, we had confidence in ourselves and in the team, so took it from one step from there.
When do you think this team really all of a sudden gained the confidence? What game, or is it just someday in practice or win?
I think it was this game right here that gave us the edge. We should be pretty confident right now. I just hope we don't get too cocky for the next week.
How about Bridgewater Raynham? Sky the limit?
Yeah, that'll be the Super Bowl for us this year, of this regular season.
How about it for you? You came in banged up, and yet you came in off the bench and you just, I mean, what went through your mind?
Nothing, just all I can. Just kids patting you on the back, telling you to run as hard as you can, so just got to do what you got to do.
I mean, we got about